Hello, YouTube. Hello, Facebook. Let's see. I think we're good. I think we're live on both platforms. Hi, happy Friday, you guys. Welcome back to our shortcut card sketch series. This is number 2 out of 3. Well, really unofficially, it's number 4 out of 5. But that's because we had some unofficial ones over here. All right, I'll give you guys a minute to find me. I'm going to find me on another device. Everything seems to be going pretty good. All right. Happy Friday. That's what I'm hoping for, is a very happy Friday. All right. Let me see. There I am, live on the YouTubes. Hello, everybody. Hey, Mary Jo, happy Valentine's Day, everybody. I keep forgetting it's Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. Hey, Christina. All right, looks like we're doing okay there. Let's see about here. Ugh, ads. At least it's a Woodman's ad. Do you guys like those Woodman's ads? I don't know. You probably don't get them unless you got a local Woodman's, but they just crack me up. If I gotta have ads, I like to have the Woodman's ones. All right, who's over there? Hey, Jessica. Hi, Kathy. Happy Friday. Okay, I'm getting the comments. That's good stuff. Hey, Melanie. Hi, Sharon. Okay, good. We're doing good. All right, so very quick housekeeping for you guys. We are really behind on Prize Patrol, and we actually missed announcing a winner. Can you guys believe it? So if you're on the Craft Social, check out the pinned featured posts. We've announced all of our winners, and we'll get our Prize Patrol caught up on Monday. Jan said she'd come and help me. I need all the help I can get because my assistant Elena is very, very pregnant. She's going to have a baby soon, and we're working really hard behind the scenes to prepare for that. So it's been a little crazy around here. So members of my Kitchen Table Stamper Craft Social, thank you so much for playing and the challenges. And I think we have like 7 prize patrols to send out. And Jan said she'd help me with those on Monday. So housekeeping there. A little more housekeeping. This is number 2 out of 3 official in our shortcut card sketch, spring paper sampler and shortcut card sketch series. All right, so if you're joining us in the middle, you're going to want to use the links below the video to check out the other cards in the series. Okay, so 2 weeks ago, we did this one with shortcut card sketch number 13. Here we go. Shortcut card sketch number 13. And you'll notice that it looks quite different. But if you give it a little rotate, you can see where I'm coming from, right? All right, so that was 2 weeks ago, and it's linked below, so don't forget to check that one out. Now, we also have shortcut card sketch number 13. This was kind of the introductory card to our paper sampler and sketch series. And we made this one as we were kind of explaining how it would work, because we've done the paper sampler and sketch series before, but we had done something a little different for our last couple of paper samplers. So we made this card while we talked about what the series would entail, and that's also shortcut card sketch number 13. It's a little bit easier to see that one in the sketch. So you can kitchentablestamper.com. You can get this printable card sketch for free, along with the project sheets for the cards in the series. So there are printable project sheets for these cards. All right, so this was our first official card. And then this was our warm-up card. So check those out in the series. Then we delayed a little bit. So my paper sampler order was a little bit slow from Stampin' Up. And I wanted to put back the series 1 week. So what I did was I released shortcut card sketch number 15 before shortcut card sketch number 14. I know, it's a crazy, crazy town here. So shortcut card sketch number 14 will be available today on the blog. 15's already out there. And don't forget to check out this card. That is kind of our delay card. All right, so that's our little housekeeping. The links for the series, the other cards, are in the description below. And if you just follow the links to those posts, then underneath the embedded video, you'll see the today's project sheet. You can click that button and get the project sheet for the project. And then you'll see the shortcut card sketch number 14, 15, 13, and you can get this printable resource on those blog posts, okay? So I think that's all of our housekeeping today. We've got a beautiful card. This is our project. Man, I'm noticing that I'm a little laggy. I'm gonna try closing some things over here and see if that helps me out. All right, let's see. Let's see, and it seems like YouTube is a little bit laggy. Let's see if Facebook is. All right, you guys, I'm gonna flip back and forth for a minute before I start stamping and just ask you guys on Facebook, are we running smooth or a little laggy, and can you hear me? All right, and then I'm gonna ask you guys on YouTube the same. Am I smooth or a little laggy, and can you guys hear me okay? Just before we get started stamping. All right, so this is today's card. It is shortcut card sketch number 14, and this is a brand new resource on the blog today. So now at the kitchen table stamper, we have shortcut card sketches 1 through 15 available public, and if you want, you can get all of the PDFs from the blog. So that's shortcut card sketch number 1. And what I tend to do with my card sketches, I laminate them and I offer them laminated with the paper. Share any new sketches we offer as an option. You can get them laminated to put to your book. And then I'll take the cards that I've made with that sketch and put them in the binder also. So I build myself a little bit of inspiration, a little inspiration book here. And then, so there's 15 of them. You can collect the individual PDFs, download them to your device. You can store them on your device and then print them if you like. Or in the description below, you can find a link to our product in the store where we have all 15 sketches compiled into one PDF document. And it also has the printable cover if you want to make yourself a binder. All right, so you can purchase that for a small price, and then the price that you pay for that is a really great way to support the blog. You get everything all combined into one document to store. You get the cover, and it's a good way that you can support us if you're interested. So these are our shortcut card sketches. You can see we've been doing these for a little bit. This one is from the summer sketch series 2023. I love that card. But that's how I use my binder. I put my project sheets, and then I've made myself an inspiration book that shows some of the different ways that I've used the sketch, different elements that I've used on the sketch. You'll notice that a lot of the elements on the sketches will be labeled, like D is any shape of your choice and E is any shape of your choice. So putting those project sheets in the binder like that gives me kind of a resource of how I use different elements, or maybe we rotated a card, or eliminated some elements or added some elements, whatever the case may be. I like to start building myself a resource, a creative resource that way. All right. Elena says, like this video. Thank you. Hello, Elaine. I'm glad you're here. Mimi says, it's laggy, but I hear okay. All right. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pop over on this for just one more second and see how you guys are doing. See what's going on. Jessica says, I hear you fine. Facebook is good. A little laggy, but the sound is good. All right, that's good. I'm sorry we're a little laggy. I'm going to try to free up some resources here. I want to pop over here and see how we're going. Facebook, I'm going to try to free up some resources to stop the lag, but I'm not seeing comments on this other device. So I'll check in from time to time, but I'm going to actually close this down and see if that helps us. All right, we should be still streaming just fine. I'm going to just take a peek over here. Yeah, now the if I close out of this device on Facebook and then go back in, it loads just the newest comments. So I'll do that from time to time, and we'll see if not trying to monitor the comments on this device might help us with the lag a little bit. Let's see here. Hey, Joan, I'm glad you're here. And let's see. All right, I think we're ready to get started stamping. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Tor says hello from Delaware. Hello. Hey, Deborah, I feel like I haven't seen you in a while. Happy Valentine's Day. All right. Hey, Jan, how are you this morning? Are you ready to get crafty with shortcut card sketch number 14? All right, so this is a brand new resource. Please head over to kitchentablestamper.com later today. There will be a blog post where you can get shortcut card sketch number 14 and the principal project sheet for our card today. I am loving this suite of products. Are you familiar with this everyday, what is it? Everyday You and Me is the bundle, and everyday Fun? Everyday, I don't remember what the designer series paper is called, you guys. Hold on. I'm going to get the scrapbook brochure real quick too, because if you haven't seen this product, it might be because it's from the scrapbook brochure, and if you haven't seen that one, you got to check it out. There's really good product there. All right, here it is. This is our scrapbooking brochure, and it is a PDF product, or a PDF download. It's catalog, but it's not available printed from Stampin' Up. So we're using this Everyday Happiness. That's what it is. I could not remember the name of that designer series paper. Everyday You and Me suite from the scrapbooking brochure. So if you haven't seen this one yet, check it out. If you go into the marissaAlvarez.stampinup.net and you click on products or shop and then products, you can filter out for like the newest. I think that's the way to do it, because Stampin' Up has got online exclusives, scrapbooking brochure, the annual catalog, the spring catalog, celebration, more to celebrate. Have you seen that there's more celebration products from currently available products they've made for free for celebration? So check out, when you go marissaAlvarez.stampinup.net, click shop, click products, and then click newest, and you'll see what is been most recently added. There's so much stuff that's not in any publication, and then there's stuff that is in publications like this where I can't send this one to you physically. All right, so check it out. If you haven't seen it yet, this is a great suite of products. Hey, Nancy, I'm glad you're here. Hi, Kathy. Kathy says, where did you find the scrapbook brochure? It is, if you go into, where is going to be the best place to find it? Fast. I can add it to the description here, but the fastest place to find it. I don't know where to send you fastest. If you go on to, you know what? Let me see. Hey, Elena, if you're still hanging around, because I know you just, or Anne, if you're still hanging around, I know you guys just tagged followers. Would you add in the comments a link to the scrapbook brochure? All right, let's see if Anna or Elena are around. And it is on the Kitchen Table Stamper blog. You can find the PDF. All right, let's see here. Mimi says, got the bundle, been waiting for this sample. Oh, great. All right, this is so fun. This, whether you're scrapbooking, you're making boxes, you're making cards, you're going to love this technique. We're going to do kind of a little shabby chic dimensional flower. These would look beautiful on bags, tags, boxes. Great for Mother's Day coming up. Really a beautiful, easy way to make a stunning card or treat or scrapbook page. Whatever you're doing, you're going to love this technique for it. All right, let's see here. Does anyone else remember the early days of Celebration when you could get anything from the annual catalog under $14.95? Oh my gosh, no. It's been I've been stamping for, I don't know, 28 years now probably, and I've always been an admirer of Stampin' Up. I always worked for other stamping companies, but always been an admirer of Stampin' Up. I used to do every year like $450 celebration order because I worked for other stamping companies, but loved the products, so I'd treat myself once a year. But I still don't remember those kinds of prices. I don't remember those kinds of prices on anything. Yeah, go online on What's New, Kathy. Yeah, and you should be able to find all the products there. The brochure itself, though, the printable PDF. Nancy, can you get the printable PDF when you go online and click on What's New? MarissaAlvarez.stampinup.net, click What's New. It'll show you all the products, but can you get that PDF? I don't know. Nancy says, greetings from frozen Wheaton, Illinois. Just got home from my son's doctor's appointment in Maywood. I'm telling you, this 10 degrees nonsense that we had starting out this morning was just a little bit too much for me, Nancy. I'm in the Chicago area, and so is Nancy. We're up to 22 degrees now, but man, it's too frozen for me. All right, let's get started with our Stampin', and we can chit-chat as we go. I've got, for my shortcut card sketch number 14, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4, and that's my card base. It is Pretty Peacock. And then for the B level, we've got 3 by 4 1/4. I've got a piece of that beautiful Everyday Happiness designer series paper. C is 3 7/8 by 1 1/2, and I've got another pattern of that Everyday Happiness. Let me show you the opposite side. Oh, look how pretty that is. Oh, you guys, that's really pretty. Should we do that? I'll let you guys tell me what you think. Next week will be worse yuck and burr, right? Sunday, I thought we were supposed to really plunge, you guys. All right, let me just pop over on here. You guys on the Facebook, I do see like when you do hearts or thumbs up and stuff, but to see your comments, I have to go in and back out again. So I'll try to do it once in a while just to be social. Oh, thank you. I don't know if that was Anne or if that was Elena that put the scrapbooking brochure link on Facebook in the comments. And Anne or Elena, if you hear me and you can pin that comment, go for it. Anne, I don't think you can do the YouTube one unless you comment it as yourself, but Elena can. So maybe ask Elena to put it in the YouTube comments, okay? Hey, Lisa. Here's the brochure PDF, guys. Thank you. You guys are the best. I love my assistants. Happy Valentine's Day, Joy. All right, so what do you guys think? Do you think we should try the opposite side of the designer series paper, see how that works out? I think we might. Okay. Well, you guys tell me, do it original or do it opposite. I am going to go on a little bit of a rabbit trail, I think. Oh gosh, this doesn't want to cooperate. I'm just laughing at the technology today. Yes, so pretty. Yes, make the opposite side. Let's see here. You guys are all in favor. Opposite side. Yes, switch it up. Okay, good. All right, then let's do it. Let me get one other quick little thing because you guys gotta see. If you're loving this Everyday Happiness designer series paper and you like the Everyday You and Me, please check out our Whimsy Workshop offer. Okay, let me show you. This is our Whimsy Workshop this month. We are featuring this designer series paper, but we're taking it out of the suite, as you can see from the sneak peek. There are no Everyday You and Me flowers here at all. So we've tried to take it outside of kind of the obvious, the Stampin' Up box that I love that Stampin' Up does that for us. Like these images with this paper, with these colors, with their suggested embellishments, like it's all awesome. but our Whimsy Workshop is here to show you what else, what more can you do. So if you place a Stampin' Up! Order with me, it's getting to the end of celebration here, guys. Check your what's it called? Your essentials. Check your essentials. And do you need cardstock? Do you need adhesive? Do you need dyes? What do you need? And place that celebration order, and you'll get the February Whimsy Workshop for free from me as my thank you gift. January was Toadstool Gardens paper, but we took it in a couple of different directions there. You can still purchase them for $9.95 if you don't have an order from me. But if you do, the Whimsy Workshop is free with any size order. Of course, I do $60 to get the celebration items, but any size order, you'll get the Whimsy Workshop PDF for free from me. And it features this same designer series paper, but we took it outside the box for you. All right, let's see here. My Facebook friends, what do you think? Are we gonna do the opposite side of the paper? What do you think? Let's see, how can I find my comments on this? Maybe if I turn it this way. Haha, take that. Oh, Facebook, where are your comments? No, nothing. I got nothing. I hope you guys are saying opposite side, because that's what that's what YouTube is saying. Do it the opposite way. So I'm going for it. Oh, thank you for putting the PDF brochure in the comments here. Elena, I'm sure you got that one. And Elena, thank you guys for working together to put that PDF. All right, so now if you're watching from YouTube or Facebook, in the comments, there's a link to the PDF brochure. So you can just pop on the link and it'll open up the PDF for you. So you can see what else you might have been missing if you missed that brochure. All right, so we are going to do the opposite side. That seems to be pretty unanimous. Jan says do the opposite to show the difference, right? Let's do it. Jan says you can't go wrong with this designer series paper. It is only 6 patterns, double-sided patterns, but they really are very well coordinated and beautiful colors. All right, so let me show you what we've got here. This is our 3 by 4 1/4, and I want to put some chicken lips on the end, and I am totally addicted to my tailored tag punch, but it's not wide enough to do this. So what I'm going to do is, since this is 3 inches wide, I'm going to pop this in on the paper trimmer, and I'm going to put the edge on 1 1/2, which means that this edge is on 1 1/2. Do you see this ruler? The left ruler goes to 1 1/2. And then what I'm going to do is set my blade up at, let's see here, 3 and 3 1/2. Hold on, 3 1/2. All right, so I've got the little line that shows where your blade is at from the side, pointing to 3 1/2. And then I'm going to press down and cut. So now what I've got is like 3/4 of an inch, and it's on the center. Now I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to go from the corner. So if you've got a big piece like this and you want to do chicken lips, but you want them to be even, start with your scissor blade right on the corner, and you're going to aim for the top of that cut that you just made. And then you're going to do the same thing on the other side. Put the scissor blade on the corner, pointing toward the top of that cut that you just made. And pretty easy, pretty even every time you're going to get your chicken lips. Now the longer your cut down the middle, the more extreme your angles will be. So just keep that in mind when you're doing it. And that, my friends, is how you get chicken lips that are even on such a big piece. All right, let's do some background stamping here. And then we can adhere layers A or B and C. Another thing. So when you go what's new on RasaAlvarez.stampin'up.net, click shop, click products, click what's new, you'll find all the newest online exclusives. And this, my friends, has been worth its weight in gold. We're using it in February card club for cool people. It was an option to add to your card club package. We're using it in March card club for cool people. We're using it today in our sampler and sketch series. This is one of my favorite new things from Stampin' Up! And it really is the perfect way to just add a little something, a little spatter, a little script, or a little print really will wake up a solid element. So whether you stamp on, say a label like we're gonna do in Card Club, or you stamp on the background like we're doing today, or you stamp on a cutout like we're going to do in March Card Club, this is going to be really, really good for adding that little bit of extra interest. And you might have missed it because it's online exclusive. It's not in any publication. So that's the element of text stamp set. And we're going to use some pretty peacock ink. We're going to protect our surface. I'm going to just fold that inside out because it's very busy. And we're going to stamp. So I've got this block element of text here and going to ink up. Nancy says, awesome tip. Isn't that good? I hate uneven chicken lips. And the Taylor Tag Punch will never leave my collection because it does such a really good job of chicken lips. But when you get something wide like this, you want to use a big banner on the front of your card. That's the way to go. Just divide, find center, cut up 1/2 inch or 3/4 of an inch using the ruler, the side ruler on your trimmer. Perfect chicken lips every time. All right, so I've got my big greeting or my big text element, and I'm gonna go about 1/2 inch from the end. Stamp Pretty Peacock on Pretty Peacock. Give it a second to transfer and make sure I press that center real good. Isn't that beautiful? Look at how that just, I mean, is that cardstock not just come alive? I love this image. I love the whole set. I like the text image. I like the big circle of script. All right, now we're gonna repeat. And that's that. Hey, Rebecca Zimmerman. Happy Valentine's Day, my friend. I feel like I haven't talked to you in forever. Little email here and there, but I hope that you're doing well. All right, there's our script. Now our spatter. And I'm just gonna put a little one here, and then a little one here, and then a bit more over here, one coming off the side, and then maybe one there. I think that's all I did. Good. So now we've got our background stamps. Let's get our layers B and C and get them glued on here. Let me bring my sketch back in. If you're just joining us, you can grab this sketch this afternoon when we publish this blog post. It's shortcut card sketch number 14. It's brand new. You can get 1 through 13 on the blog right now. And then you can get, let's see here, 1 through 13 and number 15 on the blog right now. This one will be posted for you later. So we're going to take A and adhere B and C to the front of the card. Hey, you guys, be patient with me and my glue because I have like 5 of them open. And I had some really thick glue and I don't know why, but I'm still just, so you see that? Look at how thick that is. I don't know what it's doing, and then it sucks right back in. I don't know, but I've got like 5 of them open, so I'm still using them, but I got to do them like two-handed, and it's crazy. Anyway, I'm gonna try it. If it gets nuts and it's not worth it, I'll grab my little fine tip bottle because those are working pretty good with good glue in them. But I got these bottles that were really, really thick. All right, there's our B. And then C. Oh, that's right, we're doing this side. Oh, you guys, I just put the glue on the wrong side. We agreed that I was gonna do it opposite. Okay, I'm gonna do this one opposite. I was so concerned about my thick glue that I forgot we were doing the opposite way. All right, we're still shaking it up a little bit. Sorry. Have I tried the opposite, the big end? Let's try it right here. Um, Nancy says, not so loud, chicken lips. Corn Pop might become self-conscious. Oh my gosh, you guys. It's so sad. I know you guys are invested and you love her too. We lost Corn Pop Saturday night. It's been a really hard week. I'll be very honest with you guys. It was kind of rough. She had been perfectly good. That worked better for this thick glue, by the way, Nancy. I'll just spread it around here. She had been slowing down for a couple of days, but Friday night she had dinner with us. We always, call it supper time for Corn Pop, and she comes and sits with us. And she had some grapes and she hung out with us. But then Saturday she slept all day, and Saturday night we lost her, and so it's been sad. Maybe in honor of her, I'll post a picture that I've been kind of spreading around a little bit among friends that know Corn Pop. Christmas, we play a dice game for presents, me and my kids and my husband. And it's not really gag gifts at all, but it's got to be creative, and it's got to be something that you would want to receive, right? No nonsense. We don't do used toilet seats or, run out lipsticks or old hair pieces. Don't even get me started on that. But we just do things that are kind of quirky, but something that you would like to get as a gift if you got it, right? And then we throw dice to distribute the gifts, and then we set a timer and throw dice to steal the gifts, right? And so Corn Pop was sitting with us at Christmas time, and we'd give her the dice and she'd peck them, and then we'd give her presents if she got sixes, right? So she was playing the dice game with us this Christmas, and we have the cutest picture of her sitting there in the living room with us on her puppy pad, because she'd have to sit on a puppy pad, and playing the dice game. And so that's the one that's going around. I'll post that one after this video for everybody, because you guys have been so supportive as I nursed her. And as I wasn't exactly 100% on my game while I was nursing her, nobody gave me a hard time. And you guys have all been so encouraging and loving towards us. So I'll post that picture, and we can all remember my beautiful bird. She was just so much fun. But yeah, she's gone. I held her till the very last, and I wouldn't have traded any of it for anything. But yeah, I'll share a picture with you guys, and we can all remember her. We've decided that if and when we get another round of chicks, one of those chicks will be called Poppy, after Corn Pop, because I got to calling her Poppy kind of for short as we got really close, as I was nursing her and I got close with her. She kind of developed a nickname, and so one day I'll have some more chicks, and the most honorable one will be called Poppy after her. So I wouldn't have traded it for the world. She's a fantastic pet. And if you guys don't have chickens or never have had chickens, they really do make good pets. They're very smart. They're so much fun. You will learn a ton. So if you've ever thought about it, it's really worth it. Okay, so enough of that. Christina says, I'm so sorry. Oh, thank you. And then she says, we don't give used toilet seats. I know. There's a story that goes with that. Nancy says, I got cool dice for Christmas. It's like a Dungeons and Dragons dice with food suggestions. Oh no. I don't know about that one. I'm afraid of what combination might come up. Jan says she was so pretty and was lucky to have you and your family. We have decided that we were her flock, and we're a pretty awesome flock. We were lucky to have her, and she was lucky to have us. That's true. Peggy said, I'm so sorry about Corn Pop, sending you a big hug. Thank you, Peggy. I'll take that big hug. I am spending most of my time remembering how incredibly worthwhile it was, even though right now it hurts a little bit. Hi, Desi. Melanie says, sending hugs, so sorry for your loss and sorry to hear about her, says Gian. Thank you guys for your kind words. I had a little bit of a moment on, I think it was Wednesday, I was sweeping the office and found this. Isn't that the perfect gift? It's one of her flight feathers. She was such a pretty, she was orange and white, you guys, and the orange sparkled in the sun. She was just beautiful. But she left me a little present. It couldn't be much more perfect, could it? All right. So let's look at our card sketch and do a little stamping. And let's see here. Desi says, I spammed you some hearts. Thank you, Desi. All right. So we need D and E, which on our sketch are any shape of your choice. And I've got a Wonkadoodle circle from Wild Wheat and one of the new arches from Basic White. Let me show you. I haven't made die charts for those yet, but I just want to show you. This one is the fourth, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth from the smallest, okay? And then our arches is, I think, the smallest. Yeah, the smallest arch makes a nice little tag. So we got that for our layers D and E. And then I've got some Basic White cardstock. We're going to do some stamping. I did a little bit ahead just because I don't want to clean the stamps a bunch of times. So I'll show you what I've got and what I'm going to do. The Everyday You and Me stamp set is photopolymer. So I've got my Stampin' Pierce mat. I've got Wild Wheat and Old Olive. Oh, you guys, thank you for spending some time with me today. Peggy says, what a special gift from Corn Pop, right? I know she left it there for me because she loved me. All right, and then Pretty Peacock again. Let's do leaves first. Old Olive, and I've got this little set of 5 leaves. I like this one because it goes 3 away and then 2 back toward you, but you need 2 of these. And the other thing I didn't want to do was run multiple times through the machine because I do have 2 of those. So we're going to stamp 2 in Old Olive. And then we've got this little flowers and stems. You see? And you want to stamp once in Wild Wheat, or twice in Wild Wheat and twice in Old Olive, all right? But I am going to just stamp once in Wild Wheat so I don't have to clean my stamp and then die cut it, because you have to do 4 of these. So I'm going to just do 1 in Wild Wheat, but really you're going to do 2 Wild Wheat and 2 Old Olive, all right? So we got those. And then our flowers, I've got the littlest flower and I got the biggest flower. Well, I do, it's just in this mess somewhere. Now, we need 2 of the littlest and 3 of the biggest, all right? So we're gonna do 1, 2, and 3. Oh, you guys, I got a little teary and now I got a little runny nose. Oh, I'm sorry. How unprofessional. I know everybody's got their own problems, right? But I know that you guys have been rooting for us the whole time too. So I'm so glad that you guys have cared for us during it all. So yeah, my sweet girl. All right, then 2 of these. And now with the flowers, we're gonna die cut the one that looks best all the way to the edges, because the other ones are gonna get cut small to do layers, or cut smaller. They're gonna get rows of petals cut off to look smaller. All right. You guys can't see what I'm doing, so you don't know, but I had to go grab a Kleenex. All right, I'm back with a tissue. No more crying. Christina says, your sadness is our sadness. We love you. Thank you, guys. And Tor Baker says, never apologize for being human. I think that that's what these lives are for, is that you guys really get to know that, you know, there is a real person behind the crafts. The blog just looks like, you know, the best I can do, crafts after crafts after crafts. But when I'm live, you get to know that I'm really a person. It's not just projects, you know. I've got to do my greeting, but I think I'm gonna just pull the ink back in a minute and do that. So don't forget, we got a greeting to do. But I'm gonna do some embossing and some die cutting first. All right, let's see here. Dazzy, how's your Valentine's? What did Nancy say? Hold on a second. How are our kids handling the cold? Some are happy and some are not. How are they like in Valentine's Day? That always throws off everybody's routine a little bit too. 2 didn't have snow pants, so no playground for them, right? Isn't that hard? Becca says, every feathery or furry kid leave footprints on our heart. So sad to hear that Corn Pop crossed the rainbow bridge. Memories are what we keep. Isn't that the truth? And we do have such amazing memories. And because she was in the house and because she was nursed, so, you know, I mean, we have built so many memories with her, like different, even from the outdoor birds, you know. I have little chicken diapers, and every time I pass by those little chicken diapers, I'm like, Corn Pop, I miss my girl. But there's something different about when they come inside, even though my outdoor birds, I went and sat out with them yesterday in the coop. I put on my snow pants and my jacket and my other jacket and my gloves and my mittens and my hat and my hood and my other hood and my boots and my blanket. And I went out there and I sat with them for a little bit because they wouldn't come out of the run. So I like to entertain them a little bit. Otherwise they take to picking on each other for entertainment. So I gave them some banana and apple and some stale toast and hung out with them. And that was kind of fun. They're really, yeah, they're good pets. But Corn Pop being my little indoor bird, you know, I'd be sitting on the couch and I have a little mini trampoline, a little cellar sizer. I haven't exercised in forever, but that's okay. I'll get back to it. And so she would jump up on the little mini trampoline and then up on the couch, and she'd sit next to me, and it's just funny. Like you get a different kind of relationship with them when they're indoor birds. But yeah, she's crazy. I miss her. All right, I'm doing my favorite one that goes neatest all the way to the outside petals, like I was saying, because the other two we're gonna cut smaller. So we're going to cut off the outer petals for one, and then the second 2 petals for the other layer. So you're gonna take the one that looks best all the way around the outside edges for your die cut one. The other ones you're not gonna die cut, you're just gonna fussy cut away. And then you're gonna die cut 2 old olive sprigs and blooms, and then you're gonna cut 2 wild wheat sprigs and blooms. I just find that they line up a little bit better when I'm paper piecing them to get that two-tone effect if I die cut them all. And then you've got to run this die twice for 2 sets of leaves, but we're gonna abbreviate and just do one pass through the machine here. Dazzy says Valentine's is hectic, but mine kept the routine pretty well. We did an activity where they matched pictures to words, and the match made a heart. They thought it was fun. Oh, that's cute. But I'm not hearing walkie-talkie calls for support at recess, so who knows who's causing what kind of who knows who's causing what kind of trouble. Oh no. And then Tora says, my daughter's class B setting is having a friendship party today. She's looking forward to a 3-day weekend. Oh, I like 3-day weekends. Desi's got a 3-day weekend too. I don't have any 3-day weekends. In fact, I've been working weekends so that I can get ahead because Elena's baby's gonna come soon, you guys. That'll be exciting. But we're trying to get ahead. So no 3-day weekends for me. All right, this is my first round of die cuts. And then I've got 2 of these. I've got this one that's already put together. And then I've got 1 of each color here. I'm gonna show you how I did that. I've got my base for my big flower and my base for my little flower. And that is our first layer. All right, let's go ahead and assemble some flowers. And then we'll do some embossing. And then we'll do a little bit more stamping. And then we'll put it all together. All right, this is where we will start. I put these aside, and then this is what we're gonna do. Let me bring this little guy in here. I think some contrast will help too. All right, so to make this two-tone flower, we're gonna take the old olive one, leave it whole. We're gonna take the wild wheat and just pop around the bloom, cutting off the leaves, and then up to the bloom, cutting off the stem, and then back down. And then the same here, up to the bloom, cutting off the stem, and then if you want wild wheat leaves, go ahead and save that. If not, that's okay. Maybe for another project, the wild wheat leaves would come in handy though. Now we're gonna take a drop of glue. Yeah, a little bit there. This glue bottle. Maybe I've got enough. Oh, I do have enough here to put a little bit of glue. All right, so we got glue on the green blooms, and then we're gonna pop the yellow ones over. And that's why I like die cutting them, because now they line up just perfect all the way around. All right, so that's our 2 of those. And now let's work on our flower. So this one's our base layer. We're going to cut out what we need from the other 2. All right, so this guy right here, we're gonna cut off the outside round of petals. And you're just gonna kind of make up attaching or following the white, and then where there isn't white, make it up and attach from white to white. So you're using the white as a line where you have it, but where it is not, like when we get to the end of this white space here, then we'll just make it up to connect. All right, so there's 1 layer, and you'll see here's our flower, here's our next layer. And then for this one, we're going to go in and cut off 2 layers of petals. So follow the white, where the white doesn't connect, make it up. Do what you feel looks right. And then we're going to do the same thing with the little one. We've got the little one, and then we're going to cut out the center, cutting off the outside layer of petals. Or the outside layer, is that the right word? That outside row of petals. And then once you've got your little center cut out, then you're going to take them all and you're going to give them a little bit of a crinkle. Don't go crazy, okay? Because you want it to look a little dimensional, a little maybe vintage, a little bit shabby chic, not shabby. So just crinkle up a little bit, see? And then you can kind of soften it out. So do all those 3 layers for the big one, and then 2 layers for the little one. Simple, simple. Dad says, Mom, I'm cutting hearts while you cut the flowers. I cut just like you. Wow, that's good. I'm glad. You should have seen Violet wielding some scissors earlier today. I told her I was going to send her back to Auntie Chris. You guys, so my Aunt Chris is, and has been for decades, one of the preschool teachers at the Rolling Meadows Community Center preschool. And all of my kids had Miss Chris for their preschool teachers. So they'd taken to calling her Mrs. Auntie Chris after, because they didn't know, like, should they call her Auntie Chris or Mrs. Chris? And at school they'd call her Mrs. Chris. And then if that got confusing, then it would come out Mrs. Auntie Chris. But Violet was walking around like this with the scissors. Should I do it like this, Mom? Mom, should I do it like this, Mom? I'm like, Violet, I'm going to send you back to Auntie Chris so she can teach you how to Mrs. Auntie Chris so she can teach you how to use the scissors. We were having fun this morning. I saw it on the box as she cut last night. She might have left some of the score lines on the box, so I had to trim them down more before I put them together, right? She got most of it, though. She was helpful. All right, so mini dimensional, and then I'm going to line up my flowers. Use those little landmarks that you see, and then another mini dimensional, and I've got my 3-tier bigger flower, and then you're going to do the same thing with the little one. So line it up and put it together. There it is. Isn't that fun? So pretty for a card. And you don't have to necessarily double dimensional it if you're concerned about mail. You could put one dimensional here and then put a glue dot here, but then lift these a little bit higher in the center. So if you're concerned about double dimensionals in the mail, you can use a glue dot. Let me show you this guy, this small one. If you put the glue dot right in the center and then you pop it on, so it's crinkly, and then you've got a crinkly one, and then you just pull up from the center, you'll get that nice effect and then not have as much dimensionals in between. See, so this is with a dimensional in there. Let's see if I can show. And then this one is with a mini glue dot in there. So you see you still got some really good dimension, but you won't have that extra double dimensional when you layer them up. I'm not mailing this card, so I went with double dimensionals, and then I've got dimensionals on that one. All right, so there's our flowers. Let's get our greeting stamped and our Wonkadoodle textured. Joan said beautiful. Thank you. It's so simple. So simple. What? Violet having trouble with scissors? I know. It was crazy. Oh, she is definitely a character too. So then she tends to, because she's a character, she tends to take it a little bit, towards the funny side of things too. All right, so I've got my arch. I've got my pretty peacock. My greeting is, you're on my mind, and I got this one from Grow With Love. You guys, I love this die set. This is such an awesome die set. Such an awesome die set. And we're kind of gardeners in our family. We love fresh herbs in our cooking. So I definitely got bundled on it, but check out the Grow With Love dies, even if you're not like into the botanical herb stuff. But I don't know, we grow all of it. Mint, rosemary, basil, thyme, we grow all of it. We like it in our food. The dyes for this are amazing. All right, we're going to do You're on My Mind, and the greetings are cute too. It has You're on My mind, and what's the other greeting on there? Thanks so much for your love and care. So good greetings in it. You'll see me using the die set like crazy. Okay. So we got You're on My mind. Now let's get some texture. I love that this designer series paper is the watercolor, but it was clearly done on the orange peel textured watercolor paper, and it picked up in the print. Oh, there it is. So look in between those flowers. There is no texture there, but it looks like there is. So we're going to grab the dots and dashes, detailed dashes, Dashity Doodah folder. Oh my gosh, I used to know the name of it. This one because it is really the perfect complement. We're going to put some texture on that one, and I'm not going to leave you guys with it called the Dashity Doodah folder, because that's not the name of it. It's called Dashing Designs. But if you guys want to call it the Dashity Doodah folder from now on, I would feel honored. Daddy says we want tons of basil this year so we can make tons of pesto. Yum, right? I love homemade pesto. The one from the Costco is okay, but it's not the same. All right, let's do our Dashity Doodah folder. I love that set too. Perfect for gifting seed packets in the spring. Yes, indeed. Or if you are a gardener and you collect your seeds, it's a fun way to collect, store, maybe even gift seeds from your own garden. Friendship garden kind of style, because that pocket is amazing. I wish there were two of me, because the other one would always be stamping. One would be doing work all the time, because that's all I ever do. But the other one would always be stamping, because I have so many ideas, not enough time. All right, so we're Dashity-Doodying our wonky doodle circle. And wait till you see how pretty it is. Isn't that great? All right, if you don't have the Dashity Doodah folder, I would highly recommend it, especially to use with this awesome designer series paper. All right, let's get any shape of your choice on there. And then we're gonna put the other any shape of your choice on there. I don't know which way was supposed to be up. I might have done this one upside down. Oh well, it looks good coming and going. Oh my goodness, don't even. You guys, if you feel like turning this off between the personal talk and the glue that just doesn't want to go, until it does, and then it goes like crazy, there is going to be a clean video for this project on YouTube later. All right, so this is an excellent opportunity for my share the glue. If you've never seen me do this before, here's your tip. If you ever get too much glue on an item, then just share your glue with the next element. All right, so we're gonna get our little Dashity Doodah Wonka Doodle on there. And then are you on my mind? Now, for your on my mind, I'm not putting it down entirely just yet, because I'm going to add a little glue to the center of both of these flowers. And I'm sharing the glue because this glue is crazy. I do not know what its problem is. It's major malfunction, but we're sharing the glue with the stems of this and the back of that. It's actually working out pretty good to just drag a little on the stems of everything. There, pretend like it was your tip of the day. Share the glue. All right, now we're gonna add this little guy, and we want just the edge of it under the tag, so I haven't really pressed anything down yet. And then we're gonna get this guy, and we want that one under the edge of the tag just a little bit. Now I can still roll and tuck. That's the fun part about liquid glue, is it gives you a little bit of time. We're making a floral arrangement, so we like that. We're gonna stick one of those down and one of those off the side here, making sure my leaves kind of get woven in. Add some green leaves up here and some green leaves over here. And there is our beautiful flower arrangement. We can press it down now. I'm going to roll You've Been on My Mind up a little bit at the corner. The tag. Now, let's see, how do we want to finish this? We need some mini dimensionals. We need our embellishments. So we focused on the cream woven ribbon for this series, and with the low profile dots for this series, because those were included if you got the paper sampler with the sketches. So you got these two embellishments. Let's go ahead and add a little bit of fun here while our flowers dry and set. I'm going to make a bow, and we used this on all 3 card samples for the actual series, the 1, 2, and 3 for the some for the spring paper sampler and sketch series. Last time though, we dyed it. We made it pink, kind of a variegated pink, and we cut it in half. So where did I put that card? Here's another one anyway. So here's that cream ribbon dyed pink and cut in half, so it looks kind of beachy. Now we've got white as our primer. We stamped on white. Our tag is white. Because this is cream and not really vanilla, not really white, it works with either white or vanilla applications. I think you're going to love it. It's very squishy and pillowy. I said it feels like a towel, kind of, maybe like terry cloth, because it's got a bouncy, kind of thick texture. I love it. Perfectly good for cutting in half hot dog wise to get a really narrow ribbon. We dyed the ribbon with re-inker. You can check that out if you're interested. It takes the re-inker to be colored very nicely. There's that. We're going to add some gold low profile dots next. I'm still just giving my everything a minute to set, but we are going to add some mini dimensionals to hold up the different areas. We've got some low profile. These are really nice. They're very smooth and they're very flat, but they add a nice shine. The colors are gold and petal pink, which comes in very handy. We're using the petal pink last time. We're going to use the petal pink next time. Our next in the card series is not Friday, but the Friday after that. So next Friday, I'm going to have a little celebration project for you. We're not going to be live on Thursday next week, you guys. Normally we would be. We're going to do a game instead. I have a jury summons. I have to go for jury duty on Wednesday, and as you guys know, you don't know where that's going to go. So tentatively, we're planning to be live Friday. We're going to use some fun celebration products and make a really cute project. Next Friday, we'll finish our sketch series with another shortcut card, sketch number 15 card. So that's what our schedule is going to be like. Here's the petal pink low profile dots. They really are. They're very low and they're smooth and not faceted, so they should mail pretty nicely. All right, let me do a little bit of dimensionals to keep the leaves and the blooms. So now we've got them glued down at the base with a little bit of liquid glue, but we're going to add a little dimensional underneath to lift them up at the ends and further secure them. So instead of just having a tiny bit of glue at the stem, they're going to have a little bit of extra support as they move away from the stem. So I'm just tucking it onto the card and then putting it in there. I'm going to do half of a dimensional underneath each of those little blooms. These blooms, they just make me so happy. They really are so pretty. This whole stamp set is a lot of fun. I hope that if you haven't seen it, you're enjoying the tutorial, and you'll consider, if you haven't seen the products yet from the scrapbooking brochure, check those out. There's some cool stuff to be had. All right, little half a dimensional, just give that a little boost. And then this one too. All right, now last thing, I've got some of those bitty bitty bees, the little trinkets, and we're gonna add a couple of bees. Now with this, my icky glue is everywhere, so what I'm gonna do is just use a little bit, 2 little dots of glue. All right, I would grab my fine point glue pen. If I didn't have glue everywhere, you guys, I would grab the fine point one, the squeeze bottle that I use. Put 2 little drops where you want your bees to be, okay? I did dabs of the mess that's everywhere. Then the next thing you want to do is get your bees And you want to pick up the bee on the take your pick tool on the putty end. So get your putty end ready. And then you want to have the pick end separated from it. All right, so you're going to grab a bee with its face up on the tool. And you're going to drop it in the glue and then remove the putty end. Did you see that? So that it's perfect placement, exactly where you want it. When you use the pierce or the pierce end of the Stampin' Pierce tool, that holds it in place so you can pull the putty away, and you have two perfectly placed teeny tiny bees. All right, so that's how I do. They are so little. I've been wearing my nails a little bit longer. They've been growing really nicely, so I've been wearing them a little bit longer. So it's kind of hard to pick these guys up. They're so tiny. Come on, right here. Focus right here. No, you're not gonna, are you? But look at how itty bitty they are. And so that's the way that I've found, there it is, as easiest for me to work with it. If I pick it up on the putty and then use the pick end to drop it where it needs to go, it works pretty good. All right, let's see. Nancy says, I love this card. Well, thank you. And Mary says, love this. Yes, I'm shouting. I'm glad you're shouting. Yeah, that's encouraging and lifts me up. I'm glad you love it. I'm sorry I forgot to put the other paper the other way, but it does look pretty with the flowers, don't you think? Peggy says, such a pretty card. Well, thank you. Nancy says, tuck and roll. What are you, jumping out of a car? Not usually. I've realized I'm too old for that. Let's see here. Clean is cool. Clean is cool. Speaking of clean, I need to go take a shower. So I'm going to go and get this blog post posted for you guys. It's already ready. There is a clean video with less chit chat, and that'll be posted in just a few minutes. Really good for if you're just going to make the project. There's a printable project sheet and a clean video. But I love this. I love this time of the week. I love this time of the day. I'm grateful for the time to chit chat with you guys and talk. I'm grateful for your support. You really are the reason why I can keep going week after week, even in the hard weeks. Nancy says, I love that embossing folder. I call it the paper towel folder. That is a little bit more succinct than the dashity doodah folder. I see what you're saying. I think I agree. Maybe it should be the paper towel folder instead of the dashity doodah folder. Tor Baker says, there's nothing like snipping your own fresh herbs while cooking. Isn't that the truth? Oh, it really does. It makes everything alive, doesn't it? All right, hold on. Nancy says to Deirdre, great idea. Hold on. Yes, to give gifting seed packets in the spring. It is a great idea. Let's see here. Don't forget to check out what's new. MarissaAlvarez.StampinUp.net. Click shop and then products and then what's new, so you can be certain that you didn't miss anything that you're really gonna love from the scrapbooking release, like the Everyday You and Me bundle, from the online exclusives like Grow with Love. Be sure to check out the coordinating dies with that, or the Elements of Text. There's so much that's not in any publication, and as we near the end of Celebration, I would say go and check out what's new so that you can see all the online exclusives, all the scrapbooking things, all the stuff that's out of publication before the opportunity to get those great free Celebration gifts passes you by. $60, you can get a whole bunch of new offering. They're not new items, but they're new free items. So like, have you guys seen that they're giving away the alphabet a la mode with a $60 purchase? Brushed Brash Butterflies is one of my favorite things. You can get those for free. What else is new? So many new things to choose from. There's a couple of new ribbons. Well, they're not new. They're from the catalog, but they're new as freebies for Celebration. So check that out. Any size order from me in February gets the Whimsy Workshop for free. And our Whimsy workshop this month features this Everyday Happiness Designer Series paper. So you'll definitely get support using the Designer Series paper if you purchase it. We featured the Meant to Be bundle, which is also in the scrapbooking brochure, and the Seagull stamp set in our Whimsy workshop. So we'll take it outside of the Everyday You and Me and bring it into, you know, what else looks really great with this. So check out the Whimsy workshop. If you don't have a Stampin' Up! Order for me this month, that's okay. Maybe you have a demonstrator you love. Maybe you're your own demonstrator. Whatever the case may be, Whimsy Workshop February and Whimsy Workshop January are available in the Kitchen Table Stamper store. You can purchase them for a small price. All right, let's see here. Keep putting off that DSP. Gorgeous card. Thank you. I love this DSP. You will be a little bit surprised if you haven't seen it in real life. It's kind of a wash of color because it is watercolored, and it was watercolored on a textured watercolor paper on what's called an orange peel paper. So it's a little bit surprising at first that it's washed, it's filtered, it's lighter. Like you think Pretty Peacock and Wild Wheat and Gray Granite, but here, let me show you guys just in case you haven't seen it. This is this Everyday Happiness Designer Series paper. It was much lighter when I got it in real life and took a look at it. I was like, oh my, what is this? This one's the boldest of the patterns, but still very, very light, watercolored. This one I'd like to show you the whole piece. Here we go. So then the very beachy, that's the other side of this one. I'm going to try to show you them and the sides. And then the other side of this is the other side of this one. Put them together. And then the other side of the gingham is that pretty Wild Wheat star pattern. So this is the paper. Don't keep putting it off. It's really pretty paper. All right, so you get 3 double-sided, so 6 total patterns, and just be prepared when you get it, because I was a little surprised. It's very soft. It's very beachy. It's very a little botanical, but it doesn't have to be. I think you'll like it. There's our card. You can bring it softer by using Lost Lagoon with it. You can give it a little punchier by using the Pretty Peacock and Old Olive with it. Gray Granite gives it a whole different look entirely. It's a good pack of paper. Troy Baker says, perfect DSP for spring, Easter, Passover, Mother's Day cards. I agree with you. And then, you know, those vacation scrapbooking pages, I would like to, like I said, so many ideas, so little time, but I would love to bring it together with the Friends of the Ocean, like this one right here with the Friends of the Ocean, and then bring in that Lost Lagoon. I don't know. I just think it would be a good one to go a little bit wild on that too. So even into summer, and then back around to fall again, using Wild Wheat and Old Olive and Lost Lagoon with fall leaves. I think it's a good all season paper. Yeah, you could do so much with it. Jan says, thanks. I love the card sketches. Such a fantastic resource. Thank you. Don't forget, you guys, you can get shortcut card sketch number 14 off of the blog a little bit later today. And 1 through 13 and 15 are already there. If you want the compiled resource, you can get that at the Kitchen Table Stamper store. 1 PDF for all 15 sketches and a printable cover for your binder. It's, I think, $4.99 for our compiled version. Great way that you can support the channel if you don't have an order for us during celebration here. Nice resource for you and a great way to show your support for us. All right, let's see here. Hey, Beth, I'm glad you're here. You'll have to check out the replay we just finished making. You're on my mind. All right, linked below, you will find last week's card, or 2 weeks ago, the this is card number 1 in the series. This is card number 2 in the series. Linked below, you will also find our warm-up cards. We had 2 warm-up cards. Well, one was a delay because we had a little delay, and the other was a warm-up card. We did this one with the Cheerful Daisy. All right, so that was, check out the links below for the rest of those cards. And then last, you guys want a little sneak peek, 2 weeks from today to finish the series, we are going to play with the Dino, Darling Dinos. This is the other way I use my book, by the way. I put them in, and then I showed you that I put some of my project sheets as inspiration in between the sketches, but then when I'm working on something, like I'm working on the shortcut card sketch number 15 for next week, then I'll also put my little page protectors, and I'll put the projects that I've got coming up with that sketch and the pieces to do the videos or the lives. So that's the other way I use, like in projects that I've got working, I use in with my book too. I'll see you guys in 2 weeks to finish up the series with your terrific. And next week we're off of sketches because we're alternating weeks for sketches. We're going to do a 3D project next week. Let me show you. No, I lost it because Violet's making some for her friends for Galentine's Day. Hold on, let me show you. Okay, you guys are gonna just think this is hysterical. Okay, and sorry, blink screen. So Violet is making a few. I showed her, and she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna make them for Galentine's Day for my friends." So she had my sample. Next Friday, God willing, because of my Wednesday jury duty, but next Friday I should be back. Thursday we won't be live. Sorry, you guys. I think it's too much to do 2 lives in a week where I've got to figure out jury duty. And look at, ready? Are you guys ready for this? Okay, are you ready for this? Seriously. Ready? Oh, that cute. It's a keychain. All right, anyway. So, and if you guys are paper sampler people, if you guys did our card sketch and paper sampler, and you got the actual physical paper sample from us, you guys might think that the project for next week looks familiar, and that's because the card that we sent with your paper sampler matches. All right, you guys, that's it. I gotta go clean up this mess and get the blog post done and finish my projects. I'll see you. I will post if anything changes, but otherwise I'll see you next Friday at noon for our little Hey Friend keychain treat, and I will see you the Friday after that at noon to finish up our shortcut card sketch series with the Darling Dinos shortcut card sketch number 15. All right, guys, have a really, really great weekend, and I will see you next week. Oh, Elaine says that keychain is adorable. You guys like that? I'll put a link in the description for the emotional support French fries in case you want to get yours from Amazon so we can craft together next Friday. Okay, I'll put that one in the description. All right, you guys. Oh, and Nancy said don't forget to post a picture of Corn Pop. All right, I'll do that right away. You guys, thank you so much for your love and support, and for your love and support for my bird. I know you guys are pulling for her every single week, and it made a difference. It really did. Thank you, guys. I'll see you next week. Bye, guys.